What's up? It's your boy cites here, back with another video. This is part 3 of making a map in Google Slides. This video, we're going to add text, names, city names, and deserts. I'm going to start with deserts, so just make a new slide. How you want to make deserts is just thin black lines, because that's how deserts are shown. So just make something like that. And then it should, that's a bit big, but I can scale it down a bit. Go out to normal ones. It's a bit thick, but, well, I barely changed it, but something like that. A bit better, yeah. So I'm thinking this top area is kind of a desert. So just spread these around. And kind of like a pattern like this. And that. So this, to make a kind of desert pattern. Names will come later in this episode. But don't want to overdo it, and don't make sure they're not by rivers, because rivers are freshwater, and most of the time, deserts aren't near them. But deserts can be near oceans, because oceans can have warm water, obviously salty, so less likely plants can thrive near them. So that is kind of some logic on why the places are. Or if this is more magical, like, say, I don't know, the one god was having a giant war and destroyed this part of the earth. I'm actually gonna make the desert go a bit more, but think about the in-world lore reasons. Because it doesn't have to make geological sense. It's better if it doesn't, in a way. If you're trying to go for this more magical, high fantasy vibes to it. There we go. Desert. And as always, group the different elements together. One thing I forgot to do with the forest last episode, put a drop shadow. Drop shadows just make everything look better. I don't know about drop shadow for the desert, though. Try that. If I can click on the desert. There we go. Yeah, it makes the desert look better, I guess. Okay, that is most of the terrain done for now. So, next step is adding cities. So, I'm going to go for about 5 kingdoms, So, what you kind of want is you want a city marker, and then you want a capital city marker. Capital cities are mostly marked by stars, so if you go on the Google Slides, it's under the callouts, it's a little star. So I like using that as a base, and then having one rotating it, and then shrinking it a bit, putting it back on there. The problem with that is, like, look, it makes it bigger because of the diagonal. So what I like doing is not having the diagonal there. It's just by using the polyline tool and just quickly going over that. It doesn't take much time, but it's just less annoying, I find. And now, look, it is less annoying. Make it black. And that's the capital city logo, or marking where capital city would go. And this is just a normal city marker. Normal city would be. Now we want to go back on there and just scale them down to a more appropriate size. You don't have to make them a certain size, just so they don't feel too big. See, yep, those are easily distinguishable, but not. I do not like this double tree here, so I'm just gonna delete that. I must have missed that last time. So just start off with placing cities around the area. See, cities are around lakes, oceans, forests, rivers, but they normally do have a certain access to fresh water. They don't have to, though. But our coastal, that seems like a little island empire nation, would be around this area. This area is just more plains, like a horse kingdom. And they would probably control this plains areas, including the rivers. Then there'd probably be a kingdom around the mountains. That'd be more nomadic kind of feeling. Dwarves, I'm thinking, lives around these hills. So this is going to be a dwarven nation. And there has to be at least one civil war, just to make it more fun as a cool starting off point. But I'm not going to do that on this map. So should be a few more cities in this area. Okay. So now that's good with the cities. You can start thinking, well, which ones would be capitals? So I like replacing that one as the dwarvish capital. For this plains nomadic, or plains tribe, I'm going to go with capital right there. For this nomadic tribe, I'm actually going to move maybe over there, but this is going to be the capital for this area. And for this central area, I think by the lake and by the river, it's just a nice area to live by. I'd want to live there if that were me. And then for the sea peoples over here, I like the idea of having an island capital to really emphasize their aquatic dominance in that area. Okay. So next step would be just outlining the different kingdom areas. So you can just like make the borders look as squiggly as possible. But try to follow natural barriers to an extent. Like that could be the dwarves nation right there. Make it black, about 4 thickness. But these are going to go on the bottom later, just because rivers and stuff should be on top. That's that area. Now the mountain people are going to follow kind of along. Actually, they're just going to go to the river, then I can do a separate part of that. So the river for the first part. Then they'll follow this river until they reach southern mountains. Rivers, mountains, oceans, lakes can all be natural boundaries for different kingdoms, empires, whatever you want to call them. The desert kind of serves as natural boundary there. Then who is he a part of? This can be a breakaway state or just a lone thing. So I'm gonna copy a capital icon, move the city like over there. This can be a minor city, and its borders could just be a straight line because it's minor. But I am going to make borders gonna be the mountains. And then the plains people, I think their borders okay. Their border can just be there. Now for marking naval territories, dominance, naval control of areas, I like using dash lines. So just something like that maybe. And you can change it into dashed lines. Maybe not 4 because it's less important. But something like that can show this kingdom is control of it's navy. So just find all of the borders and group them, send them to the back, and then just hit 1. Make sure they're in the second back layer. They're above the land, but behind the mountains, rivers, cities, that sort of stuff. Now I'm going to group all of little cities everywhere. The next part is probably the hardest, and that is coming up with names for different areas. So, can be the hardest part. So, for more dwarvish areas, you can do like Gerbaldu. It's not like long consonant strings, just aggressive sounding. So fonts I like. Okay, so on Google, hit the more fonts option, and then search for Felipa, which I like as a cool fantasy font. You can use any fonts you want, but I really like Felipa. Make sure to bold it if you do go with Felipa. Shrink that boy way down. Gerbalo. And normally I don't want to go with black text, so normally like a black or a white text with a black outline. Gerbalo, maybe Cathabai, sure. Southern Dwarvish City. Telgaroth. Telgaroth. These all should sound dwarvish enough. Cynote. Cytel. Oh. Okay, so I'm thinking these are all dwarves, and they sound dwarvish, which is a good thing. Now, for the sea people, I don't know. I want to do them next. Sea people, I think these should sound less harsh, but still harsh-ish. So maybe Monope, Mondo, Mindu. There we go. Mindu. Keldor, no, not Keldor. Mindu. Pendo. Pensk. Budo. And you get the idea. But for kingdom names, you want to get the text, enlarge it a bit, make the actual text color, like, I don't know, a different color, like grayish or something, and then make it a name. So this is the dwarven area, so I'm gonna go back to the dwarves, like Asgoroth, Asgurta, and that sounds menacing. You can mess with the scales, but a bit big. Asgurta. Okay, bye. This has been the Z Slides. Do the rest off camera. I'm not going to bore you with this. Till next time. Bye bye.